All right, let's sketch the graph of this function. So let's just take a quick look at the transformations that we're going to have to do. So for the transformations involving x, we see that we're going to have to, because of this minus 2, there's going to have to be a shift to the right by 2 units. Because of the negative in front of the x, we're going to have to do a y-axis reflection. Because of this 1/2 that's applied to the x, we're going to have to do a horizontal stretch. And the 3 on the outside says we're going to have to do a vertical stretch, and then the +2 says we're going to have to shift up 2 units. So let's figure out the order of these transformations. So let's suppose we plug 2 in for x. So we're going to find f of 2. We're going to write down the order of operations that we need to do to figure out what f of 2 is. Okay? So first we would have to multiply the 2 by -1. Okay, after that, we would then subtract 2. Then we would take that answer and multiply by 1/2. And then we would square that. And that tells us that y equals x squared is the parent. The next, we would multiply by 3. Finally, we would add 2. Okay, the first 3 operations, those are done inside the function. And so these are going to yield horizontal transformations. And the last 2 operations, those are on the outside, so these are going to yield vertical transformations. Okay, so to figure out the transformations, we're going to go to the horizontal transformations and reverse the order. Okay, so here's the order of transformations. So first, not only are we going to reverse the order that we did these in, we're also going to reverse the operation. Okay, so first, multiply by 1/2, that gives our first transformation, but instead of multiplying by 1/2 horizontally, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of that, or 2. And that's happening horizontally. Multiplying by 2 horizontally is going to yield a horizontal stretch by 2. Okay, next, moving up the line, we have a subtract 2. So the reverse of that operation is going to be to add 2 horizontally. And horizontally means we're doing it to the x-coordinate. Okay, adding 2 horizontally means we're going to shift to the right by 2 units. Okay, next, moving up, we multiplied by -1. So we would divide by -1. And you'll note that dividing by -1 is the same as multiplying by -1. So, and then we know that if we multiply by -1, then it's going to be, we're multiplying in the horizontal direction by -1. It flips it across the y-axis, so this is going to be a y-axis reflection. Okay, next we are moving on to the vertical transformations. In the vertical transformations, they are done as they seem. So we do them in order, and we do the transformation as it's written. So next, we will multiply by 3 vertically. And so that's going to be a vertical stretch by 3. And then we will add 2 vertically. and that transformation is shifting up by 2 units. Okay, so now these are the transformations. Let's go ahead and do them. So we start with the parent graph and 3 points on the parent graph. Okay, so the parent graph is y equals x squared. 3 points are 0, 0, 1, 1, and negative 1, 1. So let's start with negative 1, 1. The first transformation we multiply by 2 horizontally, and again that's a horizontal stretch by 2. So multiplying by 2 horizontally says do it to the x-coordinate. So negative 1 times 2, negative 2. We're keeping the y because right now we're just doing the horizontal transformations. Then we add 2 horizontally, that means add 2 to the x-coordinate. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Then we divide by negative 1. Again, this is still horizontally. So 0 divided by negative 1 is still going to be 0. Then we multiply by 3 vertically, so our vertical stretch by 3. That means to the y-coordinate. And finally, add 2 vertically. That means to the y-coordinate. Okay, so that right there is what you get by doing the transformations to the point negative 1, 1. Go ahead and press pause and figure out what happens to the transformations for 0, 0 and 1, 1. So 0, 0 goes to 0, 2. I'm sorry, 0, 0. Then 2, 0. Then negative 2, 0. Then negative 2, 0. And negative 2, 2. 1, 1 goes to 2, 1. Then to 4, 1. Then to negative 4, 1. Then to negative 4, 3. Then to negative 4, 5. And now we just plot those points. So we have the point 0, 5. We have the point negative 2, 2. And we have the point negative 4, 5. And that's the graph of the function f of x equals 3 times 1/2 times a quantity negative x minus 2 squared plus 2.